What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? So the Detroit Tigers are an up-and-coming team. They got a lot of fun, young talent down in the minor league system like Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, and they also just added Eduardo Rodriguez and Javier Baez. So in this video on MLB The Show, I'm basically just going to finish the rebuild. So let's get to it. First things first, let's take a look at the Detroit Tigers as they're currently constructed. In right field, we have Akil Baddoo leading off. In left field, we have Robbie Grossman batting second. At shortstop, the newly acquired Javier Baez batting third. Batting fourth, Jeimer Candelario at third. Batting fifth, Jonathan Schoop. He's at second. Miguel Cabrera will be our DH. I'm actually going to have Spencer Torkelson start off the season in the major leagues. I feel like this guy, he's been a monster down in the minor leagues already. So for me personally, I'm just going to start him right away at first base in the major leagues. I want him to get some on-the-job training. Tucker Barnhart will be our catcher, and Victor Reyes batting ninth in center field. Against lefties, I am going to have Eric Haas at catcher. He hits lefties really well. He has a 75 contact and a 100 power. So for lefties, I'm going to have Eric Haas in there. For right now, I'm not really seeing much to do with this lineup. I want to see kind of how they do. I want to see how this season plays out. I'm going to go to the All-Star break and kind of just see where the stats are at that point. Let's go to the rotation. Right now, Eduardo Rodriguez, the newly acquired Eduardo Rodriguez, will be the ace of the staff. Casey Mize will be second. Tarik Skubal will be third. Matt Manning will be fourth. And rounding out the rotation will be Tyler Alexander. In long relief, I have Joey Wentz. In middle relief, Jacob Barnes, Kyle Funkhauser, and Joe Jimenez. In the setup roles, I have Jose Cisnero and Michael Fulmer, and our closer will be Gregory Soto. So I'm not really going to make any moves right now. I'm just going to go to the All-Star break, see where the team's at, and I'll think about what moves I got to make at that point. Okay, so we're at the All-Star break, and we are terrible. 33-59. This season is already a wash. Let's go take a look at what the heck is going on with this team. Looking at the lineup first, I mean, what I'm noticing here, low batting averages across the board. I need to do something with this offense. I mean, we even have just guys underperforming as well, at least in the batting average category. Javier Baez is doing fine, hit 21 home runs, 49 RBIs. The on base, though, the batting average, they're low. So Javier Baez is not a guy I can count on in the middle of my order. As much as I like him, I'm going to have to go out and go get another guy for the middle of this order. He's not someone I can really count on in that spot. Candelario, you would like to see that batting average be better. The on base is fine, but it definitely could be better. Schoop, he is not doing well this season at all. Miguel Cabrera, I mean, it is what it is. Torkelson, I gotta say, he's having a pretty good rookie season here. He's got a 371 on base, hitting 267, 11 homers, 47 RBIs. Torkelson, this is a guy where I can maybe put him in the middle of the order now, and that's what I think I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to put him third in the lineup. I'll put Baez in the 4 spot for right now. So Torkelson, he's definitely earned his way there. So that's one lineup change I am going to make. Let's take a look at the rotation. The rotation is underperforming. Eduardo Rodriguez, I've never looked at him as an ace. To me, I got to move this guy down. He's a guy where I will eventually, it looks like Spencer Turnbull, I don't know why he's here. He should not be here, but whatever. This season doesn't count anyway because we're just terrible. He had Tommy John, so I'm not going to be putting him back in the rotation until next year. I'm actually going to put him down in the minor leagues for the rest of the year, just to make it fair because, hey, we got to try and make this as realistic as possible here. But for the rotation, Eduardo Rodriguez, this is not a guy I can count on as an ace. This is, to me, a 2 or a 3 in your rotation. To me, I think in the offseason, or maybe even here at the trade deadline, maybe we can try and get someone. We'll have to see who's available. When Turnbull comes back to the rotation next year, I think that's going to be great. Casey Mize, he's doing okay. Well, actually, hold on. Let me hold my breath there. The FIP, 4.73 FIP, so he still has some room to grow here. Tarik Skubal, he has just been awful. I don't know what the heck is going on with Tarik Skubal. He has an 8 ERA. This is just awful. Tyler Alexander has actually been pretty good. A 4.15 ERA. I'll take that. That's a I'm fine with that ERA at the back end of the rotation, a 4.20 FIP. Joey Wentz, not really good either. This bullpen has been really bad. I don't know what the heck is going on here. And also Gregory Soto, he has struggled out of that closer role, an ERA over 6, 17 saves, 6 blown saves. To me, I don't even know. I mean, I guess I could put maybe Cisnero there for now, which I think I will do. Because, out of all these guys in the bullpen, he's been the best one. So, to me, I got to give Cisnero the closer job. I like the velocity from him, so I don't know. Let's see what he can do in the closer role. But we got a lot of improvements to make with this team. It's clear as night and day. There is still a lot of work to be done. So, the first thing I'm going to look for, I'm going to see if I can add a bat. I'm going to go see if I can add an impact bat to this lineup by the trade deadline this year. I would like to see if I could add a starter and maybe a bullpen guy. So let's go see what's out there. Okay, so we're at the trade deadline, and I decided to turn to the Orioles and make a blockbuster trade. I'm going after Cedric Mullins. This guy is having a phenomenal season, hitting .292 with a .346 on base, a .567 slugging, 21 homers, 58 RBIs. Man, oh man, Cedric Mullins. He is going to help our lineup tremendously. And I'm also going to get Paul Fry in this deal. So to me, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. I'm getting myself a bat, and I'm getting myself a really good reliever for the bullpen. Paul Fry's having himself a good year, 2.91 ERA. The Orioles are completely out of it. Cedric Mullins, hey, they're okay with giving him up. I'm not, getting away easy here. I got to give up a pretty decent package. Overall, I'm giving up Akil Baddoo. So 22-year-old center fielder, so they're definitely getting a good outfielder in return here. I have to give up Matt Manning as well, one of our top pitching prospects. I didn't really want to give him up because to me, Matt Manning, this is a guy that could be a future stud in the rotation. But to get something good, you have to give up something good. And I'm also giving up our top catching prospect, Dylan Dingler. To me, I would love to see what Dingler can do. And overall, Dylan Dingler is the number 4 prospect in the Tigers system right now. Akil Baddoo, Matt Manning, 2 very good young players. They were top prospects at one point. To me, if I have an opportunity to make this trade, I'm going to do it. I'm getting an all-star outfielder in Cedric Mullins, a very good, dependable reliever for the bullpen. I would actually add more to this if I could on baseball trade values. I would have to add another prospect to even up the values here. So on here, if I could, I would add Creedler, but MLB The Show only lets me do 3 players. So the Orioles are accepting this trade, and I'm going to put Cedric Mullins in my lineup and Paul Fry in my bullpen. Even though I got an all-star in Cedric Mullins and Paul Fry for the bullpen, I'm not done. I want another bat. I'm going to go to Oakland, and I'm going to do a trade here for Matt Olson. We have something put together here that the A's are okay with. I'm sending over young starting pitcher Tarik Skubal. In this game, he's not doing very good. He has a 7.73 ERA. I don't think he's going to be that bad in real life. MLB The Show, they are doing him dirty in this game. I'm also sending over Ty Madden. That is the Tigers' number 5 prospect. They just drafted him this past year. So that's a pretty good pitching prospect that I'm having to give up. And I'm also going to be sending over our former closer, Gregory Soto. This guy has just not been able to put it together this year. An ERA over 6. He blew 6 saves, but there's a lot of potential with him. I know it says C potential, but Gregory Soto, this guy, he can deal, man. And for the A's, they're getting themselves a guy for the bullpen who has a ton of velocity. Also in this trade, again, MLB The Show, I can only offer up to 3 guys. If I could, I would also include third base prospect Gage Workman. As of right now on the list, he is the number 14 prospect as well. Now, on baseball trade values, this trade, for me, I'm doing a minor overpay. So on baseball trade values, this trade does get approved. But on here, they are, again, we can only do up to 3 players. The A's are okay with this trade. I am going to do it. We're going to add Matt Olson to our lineup. Let's go take a look here at what our lineup is going to look like. So Matt Olson, he's going to be our new first baseman. To me, I'm going to take Torkelson off of first base because Olson's fielding is way better. For me, with Torkelson, he's been having a great year in his rookie season. I'm just going to slide him over into the DH spot. I need to keep that bat in the lineup. To me, our lineup now is looking really good. I really love the addition of Matt Olson here. I love the addition of Cedric Mullins. Yeah, we have taken a bit of a hit in our rotation a little bit. We've gotten rid of Matt Manning and Tariq Skubal, but they were able to bring us really good players in return. I'm just going to have to fill out this rotation. This season is basically lost anyway, so I'm just going to basically just bring up some minor leaguers. I'm going to simulate the rest of the season, and let's see how we do at the end. Actually, before I simulate the rest of the season, the Rays offered us a trade here, sending us over Matt Wisler for Derek Hill and Alex Faedo. And I put it through the simulator on Baseball Trade Values. It's a pretty even trade. It's accepted, so I'm going to go ahead and do this trade. All right, so we've reached the end of the season. This was a lot worse than I thought we were going to be. 64 and 98. We got off to that terrible start. We did play better after getting guys like Matt Olson and Cedric Mullins. That definitely helped us in the second half, but overall, our team was just so bad in the first half. There was no way we were going to come back and make the playoffs. So let's take a look at the team right now. Let's see how the team looked. If we take a look at the lineup, Cedric Mullins, taking a look at him, had a good season, hit 290 overall, 33 home runs, 79 RBIs. Robbie Grossman, taking a look, 340 on base. I did like that with him, but a 242 average. We could do better. I'm okay with keeping Robbie Grossman as a left fielder unless something else comes up. Matt Olson, hey, great season, 287, 364 on base, 30 homers, 82 RBIs, a 514 slugging. This is going to be a middle of the order bat for us. Torkelson, let's see how his rookie season went overall. Hey, very good. Hit 274, a 364 on base, 22 homers, 78 RBIs. That's a very good rookie season. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get Rookie of the Year with that. I would like for him to cut down on those strikeouts a little bit, so we're going to have to work on that. Jonathan Scope, taking a look at him, only hit 244 this year, so we'll try to look for an upgrade at second base if we can. Javier Baez, first season with the Tigers, hit 254, 32 homers, 88 RBIs, a 311 on base. Hey, I'm okay with the home runs. If we can maybe find, something to where maybe we can add a second baseman or maybe even add a shortstop, maybe improve that up the middle. Javier Baez, of course, I'm definitely good with him on the team, but I think maybe we can improve that middle infield just a little bit, whether it's him or Jonathan Scope. Candelario, he was fine, hit 22 home runs, 60 RBIs, hit 242, 327 on base. Could be better, but I'm not mad at it. Barnhart this year, it's kind of whatever. I'm looking at Barnhart more for his glove. He's got an 87 fielding here. Victor Reyes, not really good this year. I'm looking at Riley Green for the future. So Riley Green is a guy I'm looking to plug in. Let's take a look at the rotation. So Eduardo Rodriguez this year, hey, it was a down season for him, a 5.40 ERA, 8-13. Again, I don't see Eduardo Rodriguez as an ace, so we're going to have to add something for the starting pitching. Casey Mize, I'm okay with the year he had. He's up to an 81 overall, 4.72 ERA. The FIP was right around the same. So Casey Mize, hopefully we can just have a better season next year. I actually added Matthew Boyd. I needed a starting pitcher. We got rid of Skubal and Manning. I went out to the free agent market, and Matthew Boyd was just sitting out there. So, hey, why not bring back Matthew Boyd? And it's still realistic that he could go back to the Tigers. So, overall, he didn't really do great with us, but he's an arm for the rotation. He was depth. I added just AJ Ladwig from the minor leagues. He was just there. And Tyler Alexander at the back end. He was actually okay. 4.09 ERA. But we definitely need to improve this starting pitching. We need another guy. I'm okay with guys like Rodriguez, Mize, even Boyd. I'm okay with Alexander. If we could find, some kind of an upgrade, we will. But Wentz, Fulmer, Turnbull will be back, so I actually will put him back in here now. So I'm okay with how this rotation is. I'm not really okay with it, but it's not the worst. Again, we'll look for an upgrade in the bullpen. Paul Fry, Matt Wisler. We did give Jose Cisnero the closer job last year. He had 18 saves, 4 blown saves, 3.82 ERA. We could definitely find an upgrade at the closer role. I'm okay with Wisler and Fry as the setup guys. I actually really like that combination a lot. So the bullpen, we need to add a closer, maybe another arm for middle relief. For the lineup, maybe a middle infielder. We'll have to see what's out there. We definitely need a starting pitcher. I would say that's our top priority for this offseason. Get a starting pitcher. I don't know who it's going to be. We need a closer as well. I think Cisnero, he'll be a good addition for middle relief, I think. So let's go to the offseason and let's see what is out there. Okay, so we're able to officially sign free agents, and the guy that I'm looking at to help improve our rotation is Carlos Rodon. He's back on the free agent market. I'm guessing last year he only signed a 1-year deal, so he's back out and he's available. So I'm going to offer him a 5-year deal. We need to improve that rotation. That's going to be $18 million per season. I have around $50 million to spend, and we got him. Carlos Rodon, 5 years, $90 million. Yes, I understand he's had the injuries in the past, but you know what? I'm confident he's going to help improve our rotation, especially near the top of the rotation. I'm excited about Carlos Rodon, but I'm not done yet. I'm going to see if I can go get one more guy. All right, I think I'm going to wrap up this offseason taking a look at the lineup. I didn't really have to do much with the lineup because I already brought in Cedric Mullins and Matt Olson at the trade deadline last year. Overall, I like the way the lineup looks. Cedric Mullins leading off. I'm going to have Heimer Candelario batting second, Matt Olson batting third, Torkelson batting fourth, Baez, I have him fifth, Grossman at number 6, Willie Castro. This is probably the only move, I guess, non-move that I made. I decided not to bring back Jonathan Scope. I thought maybe I could make an upgrade. We were kind of lacking on the funds. I had to address the bullpen. I brought in Carlos Rodon, so we just didn't have enough money to bring in another guy, like maybe even someone like a Carlos Correa would have been really nice, but overall, he was a free agent, by the way. I guess he only signed a 1-year deal with whatever team he was with last year. And so, yeah, I wanted to bring him in, just wasn't able to afford him. But, you know, I'm okay with going with Willie Castro here. I'm not a big fan of the defense. It's not so great. The fielding's only 53, so I don't know, the reaction's only 52, so this is something I'm going to have to keep an eye on, at least defensively. Offensively, you know, he'll give me something at the bottom of the order. He's not going to blow me away by any means. So, yeah, but overall, the lineup I didn't really do too much to. With the rotation, that's probably the biggest area that we address. Carlos Rodon going to the top of the rotation. I'm going to have Spencer Turnbull at number 2, Eduardo Rodriguez number 3, Casey Mize number 4, and Matthew Boyd, when I brought him back last year, was on a 2-year deal. It was with an option, and I decided to exercise the option. I think he's fine as a 5th guy. In the Rule 5 draft, I actually decided to draft Kohei Arihara. This is a guy where he only cost me a few million, and you know what? I'm going to keep him in my bullpen here. I think this is a good guy, like an extra arm for the rotation. He can be in long relief for now. In middle relief, I'm going to have Tyler Alexander and Michael Fulmer and Jose Cisnero. And remember, at the trade deadline last year, I brought in Paul Fry along with Cedric Mullins. I brought in Matt Wisler from the Rays in a separate trade, and I ended up being able to sign Trevor Rosenthal as our closer. So overall, I like the way our team looks. Let's get to year 2. Let's see how it goes. All right, so we're in July. We're not in too bad of shape. We're 37-36. Not a great record, but only 6.5 back. We still got a lot of time left. And in the wild card, we're 4 behind the second wild card spot. The one move that I want to make right now is I'm going to get Riley Green up to the major leagues. This guy's killing it down below at AAA. If we take a look at his numbers, where the heck are the center fielders? Where are we at? Riley Green, here we go. Hitting .279, 8 home runs, 34 RBIs, 8 steals, and also take a look at the on base, a .360 on base. Now, when I take a look at Victor Reyes, he is ice cold, only hitting .203, 4 homers. This guy, I'm going to send him down because right now, or maybe just put him on the bench, I'm not sure, but I got to get Riley Green in this lineup. I got to get some energy into this lineup. So, Riley Green, you are going to be our new right fielder. Okay, so we're in September. We're 5 games back in the Central, and if we take a look at the wild card, we're only 1 game behind the Rays right now. We are doing way better than we were last season. We're on a 6-game winning streak right now. We're 8-2 in our last 10. We are red hot. Alrighty, everyone, we won a wild card. We're the first wild card, and the Yankees are the other wild card. I am absolutely stoked. Second season, able to get to the playoffs. Our team really came through for us this year. Let's take a look at how the team did overall. Cedric Mullins, awesome season out of the leadoff role. Heimer Candelario, he was fine out of the number 2 spot. Was a little cold towards the end of the season. Matt Olson, phenomenal. Probably my best pickup overall. Javier Baez, actually, I had another good season for him. A little cold to end the season. His batting average was better than it was last year. Robbie Grossman, fine. 267, 14 homers, 50 RBIs. The on-base was 343, so I'm all right with that. Torkelson, I he took a step back. The home runs and the RBIs were around the same, but the batting average went down, the on base went down, the slugging went down. So Torkelson, not really happy with that. Willie Castro, I mean, he was fine as our second baseman this year. Tucker Barnhart, I mean, Jesus, only hit 200 overall. Riley Green, I put him in for the last month, and he was hot that last month. He ended up being a really good outfielder for us for the rest of the season. Victor Reyes, when he went to the bench, he actually started getting hot off the bench. Eric Haas as well, he's been hot. I'm wondering, man, if I'm gonna put, I think I gotta put Haas in at catcher right now. I know the defense with Barnhart is great, but right now Haas, he's been red hot. I gotta put him in this lineup. So we're in the wild card game against the Yankees. I am extremely excited. Let's go take a look at the rest of the postseason. Taking a look here, like I said, we are playing the Yankees in the wild card game. On the one side of the bracket, we have the Angels and the White Sox, and then we will be playing the best team in the American League. That's the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, either us or the Yankees will play the Blue Jays. So over in the National League, we got the Cardinals against the Mets, and we have the Dodgers. They were the best team overall. In the wild card game over there, they have the Giants and the Brewers. So let's go here to this wild card game. And let's see if we can manage our way through this game. We have been eliminated by the Yankees. Oh, close game. Torkelson was a beast in that game. 2 home runs. We made it close, but the Yankees just too good for us on this day. So let's go to the offseason and let's see if we can improve for year number 3. Okay, so we're in the offseason. These are our free agents here. We got Whistler, Boyd, and Grossman. I will actually offer something for Whistler here. I'm thinking probably a 2-year deal probably gets it done. Let's do 2 years, $8 million. I think that'll be fine. Matthew Boyd, what kind of an offer are you looking for? He had a good season for us last year. I would be okay with bringing him back. Would he go for a 2-year deal? I don't know. I'll go for a 2-year deal for a back-end guy. Let's go 2 years. I'll do $18 million. Let's see if he accepts that. And Robbie Grossman's an interesting one. He's a C potential. Last year, he was all right last year. He hit 267 with a 343 on base, 14 homers, 50 RBIs, 139 strikeouts, though. I think with Robbie Grossman, I'm going to see if I can make an improvement over there in left field. I'm okay with him going. So let's get to free agency and here and see what we can do. Okay, so here's our budget. We have around $69 million to spend here, so we can definitely make some room for some guys. I'm looking to maybe make an improvement in the lineup, maybe bringing a different outfielder over Robbie Grossman. Another improvement I would like to make, I would like to improve the rotation if I can. I did like how our rotation performed last year, but if I can get a top of the rotation kind of a guy, I'm going to look for another good bullpen arm. That I think is going to be huge. And like I said, for the lineup, I think the one spot I'm going to try and improve is over Robbie Grossman in left field. All right, so here we go. I'm wasting no time. I'm going for the big ticket on the market. Aaron Judge, 30 years old, hit 286 last year, 37 homers, 89 RBIs. The on base was really good at 369. This would be a huge improvement in left field for us. I'm going for it. I'm going to offer him a big time deal, 8 years, $248 million. Okay, so we have an update on Aaron Judge. The Dodgers right now are offering him a 9-year deal for $279 million. I don't know if I want to go that far with him. To me, he's already 30 years old. Do I really want to have this guy until he's 39 years old, where he's had durability issues in the past? And Andrew Benintendi, he's actually got a lot of interest out there, but nothing's really piquing his interest too much. He's getting a couple of 5-year deals. He got 4 years, 75.2 from the Royals. All right, so we landed one of our guys here. Ryan Presley accepted our 3-year, $38 million deal. He's going to be our closer. Our bullpen just got better. And we landed another guy, Andrew Benintendi. We got him, a left-handed bat to help us in our lineup. He's going to be an improvement over Robbie Grossman. Last year, he hit 289, had 26 homers, 93 RBIs. He had 16 stolen bases. I offered him another year. I offered him a 6-year deal. I ended up offering him $25 million per year. I mean, to me, that was the best offer. I don't think he's really worth more than that, honestly. But hey, good for us. He accepted it. It's a 6-year deal. He's a Detroit Tiger for the next 6 years. So for the cherry on top, I'm going to try and improve in the starting rotation. We got Benintendi, we got Presley. I just want to make an improvement in the rotation, and I think our offseason will be fantastic. So For me, I'm going to try and get rid of Matthew Boyd here. To me, I'm just doing a salary dump. The Rangers are interested in trading for him. This is going to take off $9 million off the books, and this is going to give us a budget of over $20 million to spend for this season. So let's see if I can go and use this money on someone on the starting pitching market. If we go take a look here, one guy I have my eye on is Luis Severino. What I'm going to do is I'm going to offer him a 2-year deal, and I'm going to offer him only around, so I have probably around what, 20 million per year. I think that's going to be fine. I think for me, he's really interested in that. I'm interested in it. Let's see if he accepts it. And we have landed Luis Severino. I offered him a 2-year deal with a player option, guaranteed 42 million over those first 2 seasons. Luis Severino, he's going to be our number 2 guy behind Carlos Rodon. He makes our rotation that much better. I was able to trade away Matthew Boyd to clear out some payroll. Also got rid of Tucker Barnhart. To me, this makes our team better. Our rotation looks great now. Our bullpen looks really good with the addition of Ryan Presley. Trevor Rosenthal is going to be a setup guy for us. We got Whistler still in middle relief. That's going to be really nice. Our lineup is looking really good. Looking at the lineup here, Andrew Benintendi is going to bat 5th for us. I mean, he can bat all over. He maybe even could bat 2nd for us. I don't know. I have to take a look. But I really like the way this team is looking for year number 3. I have very high hopes. Let's get to year number 3 and let's see what happens. Okay, so we're at the trade deadline. We are absolutely killing it. We're 65-35, 10 games ahead of the White Sox for the division. Man, oh man, I believe we're the best team in the American League. Yeah, we're the best team. Actually, we're the best team. No, we're behind the Dodgers for the best record in the major leagues. I think the only real place we need to upgrade right now, I think, is just the bullpen. Maybe just add, not like a lights out guy by any means. Well, I don't know. Maybe let's see who's out there. Maybe we can get a lockdown guy and just make our bullpen that much better. But I would at least like to add someone for middle relief at the very least. So let's go take a look and see who's out there. Alrighty, so I found Jonathan Hernandez on the Rangers. He's having an amazing season. He has 20 saves. That's near the top of the league leaders. A 0.82 ERA, 31 strikeouts over 22 innings pitched. In real life, Jonathan Hernandez last pitched in 2020. He had elbow surgery last year, so we should be seeing him back rather soon. But in here, he came back, and he came back in a big way. Jonathan Hernandez, actually last season he pitched, and he pitched really well too. But Hernandez, I think this is a young guy who's also under control for a couple more seasons. So we're having to give up 3 pretty good prospects here, and Joey Wentz, a pretty good starting pitcher in our system. And actually, if we take a look at where these guys rank currently, Joey Wentz, he ranks number 13 in the system. If we take a look, Daniel Cabrera ranks number 16, and Parker Meadows ranks number 17. So we're giving up 3 pretty decent prospects here for a reliever, but to me, this is our last season to try and win it all, and hey, he's going to improve our bullpen, so let's go for it. And we have reached the end. What a season. 104-58 on the season. We won the division. Man, oh man, this absolutely incredible here. Let's go take a look at the numbers. Good grief. Cedric Mullins, a good season for him. Hit 275, 29 home runs. Heimer Candelario, 267 with 20 home runs. Matt Olson hit 340 with 26 homers and 93 RBIs. Javier Baez hit 267 with 30 homers, 90 RBIs. Torkelson, 40 home runs on the season. Spencer Torkelson really coming into his own. Andrew Benintendi ended up getting better over the second half. Hit 257, 17 homers, 70 RBIs. The 297 on base, a little worrisome to me, but hey, what can you do? Riley Green, hey, good season for him. At 259, 15 homers, 62 RBIs, a 372 on base. So he has been great. Let's take a look here at the rotation. Our rotation, very good this year. Carlos Rodon, our ace, 2.99 ERA. 190 strikeouts over 186 and 2/3 innings. Luis Severino, a good first season for us. Spencer Turnbull, another solid season. Eduardo Rodriguez, one of his best seasons to date. 204 innings, 159 Ks, 2.86 ERA. Casey Mize, what a season for him. You could actually say Casey Mize was probably our best pitcher this year out of the rotation. He went 18-7, 212 innings, a 2.46 ERA. You'd like to see those strikeouts come up a little bit, but man, what a season for him. Jonathan Hernandez, ended up being phenomenal for us out of the setup role. Taking a look at Hernandez here, a 1.07 ERA, 33 and 2/3 innings pitched. He was great. Presley had an awesome season this year, 47 saves. Did have the 8 blown saves, but what can you do? Paul Fry, I mean, hey, you'd like that ERA to be a little better, but 83 overall out of our bullpen from the left side. I'm okay with that. Trevor Rosenthal, not really sure what happened to him. Where the heck did Trevor Rosenthal go? Trevor Rosenthal, where are you? Oh, he actually got sent down to AAA. If we take a look at his numbers, I mean, his numbers were so bad. 8.22 ERA. I don't even know if I'm going to even have him on a playoff roster if those numbers are that bad. I don't know. To me, though, I mean, he's still really good. I mean, 84 overall. I don't know if it's just a simulation or whatever where, I don't know. To me, those numbers are just not realistic in my opinion. But overall, I'm pretty stoked with this. We're going to be playing either the White Sox or the Twins in the first round. I'm excited. This is our final year to try and win a World Series. So, hey, let's see what happens. And we have swept the Twins in the division round. We're going to either take on the Angels or the Yankees in the ALCS. So the Angels ended up knocking off the Yankees. So we're going to go toe-to-toe of the Angels in the ALCS. So for game 1, I'm going to have Carlos Rodon. Game 2, I'm going to have Luis Severino. Game 3, I'm actually going to go Eduardo Rodriguez here. That would mean Spencer Turnbull or either Casey Mize will get the game 4 start. And we have won the ALCS, and we are going to the World Series to take on the Dodgers. Let's go. I'm feeling it. I feel like all these other MLB The Show rebuilds, I've seen Tigers, Dodgers in those as well. Are we on to something here? I'm just saying. Okay, so for the World Series, I'm going to have Carlos Rodon start game 1. Erod is going to pitch game 2. I'm going to have Severino for game 3. That way, if we do have to go to a game 7, I'm going to count on him again for a game 7. And Turnbull will be our number 4. Casey Mize, he got rocked a little bit, so I'm going to kind of keep him on the outside. He'll definitely be a bullpen arm that can help us for sure. But let's go. Let's go to the World Series. And we have lost, everyone. We have lost this World Series. We got all the way to Game 6 of the World Series, and disappointing. We had a really good team. In the end, just not enough against a really good Dodgers team. We had 3 seasons to try and get this done. I fell 2 wins short of getting a World Series for the Detroit Tigers, but that's all I got for here, everyone. Let me know what you think down below in the chat. Would you have made any different moves? What do you think? Do you think if we had one more season, would we be able to get it done? Let me know what you think down below. But everyone, that's all I have for this Detroit Tigers rebuild. Be on the lookout for another rebuild down the road. Everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.